Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Podcast, episode 229.
I'm Jay.
I'm Adrian, and we're back for another week of rants, discussions, and catching Jay off guard.
Yeah, well, we usually don't do it that way. It's usually, here's the episode number, I am, and then you threw me a curveball there.
It's because I had my mind set on something else.
Okay.
We are now not only the number one, but the only podcast that my father apparently listens to.
Wait, what?
Yeah. My father, whose English is yeah.
Okay, cool.
Apparently he's fascinated by the fact that this is televised and whatnot.
I mean, I have an aunt that doesn't read comics, watch TV, or movies, and she still listens.
There you go.
I don't know why.
Is that the aunt from the barbecue?
No.
I love her.
No. She's
All
great.
Right. Yeah,
No.
she is.
No, this is a different one.
All right. Well,
Okay.
now I have to watch my fucking language.
Yeah, goddammit.
Too late.
Oh.
All right.
And yet, no explicit tags still.
None.
None.
Oh, fucking iTunes.
At some point, we're just going to get a letter. And then you're like, you failed to report yourself as explicit, and somebody has complained. Like, 3.5 years too late, sorry. Okay, what is this fancy bottle of...
This is Angel's Envy.
Uh-huh.
Angel's Envy is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in port wine barrels.
Port wine barrels, interesting.
And much like our beloved Copperworks, hand-numbered, bottle 653 out of batch 49. And it says here, you're supposed to write when you opened it.
Oh, okay.
So you can really track your bourbon drinking.
Sure.
Which I don't want to.
No, that'd just be depressing.
So Angel's Bourbon are aged in charred white oak barrels. And in that respect, Angel's Envy is just like every other bourbon. However, unlike other bourbons, Angel's Envy is finished in port wine casks, giving it a complex flavor that you won't find anywhere else. Indulge and discover distilled descent.
Okay, so they age it in the normal charred barrels and they transfer it to the port wine barrels for a finish?
Finish.
Okay.
Angel's Envy got 98 points from wine enthusiasts and came the highest recommendation from F. Paul Paolucci's Spirit Journal.
I think that would be more impressive if I had ever heard of
I agree.
Okay.
So this was a gift for me.
Okay. Wait, what is happening? What is this device you have on this?
The pourer?
Yeah. This isn't like a speed pour.
It is not a speed pour.
Okay.
Are you not a fan of the pourer?
I don't know if I am or not. I've never seen it before. This is my first experience with the pourer.
So that was also the person who gave me this bottle. This was a belated birthday gift. They had it for me since my birthday.
Okay.
Gave me this. Also gave me what we're gonna drink next week.
Are we both here next week?
I am.
Okay. I mean, that was more of a question of are you here next week?
I am.
Okay.
What we have for next week, the day before Thanksgiving, just in case that matters to you.
Oh no, that just makes it even better.
Yeah, come to terms with that. He also gave me that. It will be the new alcohol on our show. Never once had alcohol. And I don't mean like we haven't had this brand, we haven't had this. No, we've never had this type of alcohol on our show before.
Is it Sazerac?
I have nothing to say about what it is. I'm gonna break the news to you on air.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, so he gave me that, gave me this, and then we were drinking at his house, and he had these little pour on it. I'm like, well, I think that's great. And he's all like, I have like so many of them, so he just gave me a package of them.
Nice.
And there's just these little metal discs that you can clean and wash and reuse, and you just roll it up and drop it in.
Well, I'm cheap, so I'm just gonna recycle the lid off my Pringles can. But
or recycle the lid off your Pringles can.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
All right, so let's give this a shot.
So I got it neat. I got it on the ice. I poured myself too much, so.
Is there such a thing?
Nope, just getting ready.
It's actually got definitely more of.
It's a fragrant nose, very fragrant.
I don't want to call it a fruit note, but you can definitely tell it's kind of got like that wine something to it.
Oh, that's delightful. Oh, wait a minute. I might take my delightful back. I may take my delightful back.
It's got the initial bite isn't bad. It's got an interesting finish.
So initially, I took a hit off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Right.
And then suddenly, it just dissipates into nothing.
Yeah, it's like, you ever had that Japanese rice candy? Or the rice wrapper candy? And how, like, all the flavors in the wrapper, and once the wrapper's gone, you just have this, like, flavorless chunk of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm... I mean, I'm going to keep drinking it.
Well, yeah. It's smooth because it doesn't taste like anything.
Right.
That initial taste was great, and then it just dissipated into nothingness.
Yeah.
And I like my bourbon to have a little oomph behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is 86.6 proof.
Right. And it's almost dangerous that it is, because for me, I want to keep taking sips of it to keep that flavor on my palate.
All right, then.
By the way, I apologize in advance for the coughing. I am getting over a cold. I almost did not go on that trip.
Because you were that sick?
I had 102.2 temperature Tuesday night.
Whiskey burns that off, brother.
I know. I didn't have any in the house. But I told myself, if my temperature was over 100 when I woke up the day I was supposed to fly, I wasn't going.
And?
It was 99.9.
Oh, that's good enough.
So I went.
There you go. And I'm assuming you did the anal thermometer like a man.
Well, of course.
Okay.
Is there a different kind?
Well, some guys do it in their pee hole, which is just
Oh.
weird. Yeah,
Oh.
see? Yeah, I don't...
No. No, thank you. I'm out on that.
I pay Thai women to do that for me. I don't want to do it because I'm sick. Speaking of bourbon, quick bourbon news.
Okay.
And you may know why. I saw the headline of the article, and I was about to click on it, and then I was like, turns out I don't care that much.
Sure.
Apparently, a lot of people are boycotting Jim Beam because of Mila Kunis. So apparently she said something, she did something, since she's their spokesperson. They're now boycotting it. I didn't care enough to click on it. I was hoping you might know.
This is the first time hearing about it.
Damn it, now I'm going to have to actually look into it. All right, I'll make a note to look into it.
So next week we'll let you know. No, we won't. We won't care. We'll talk during the week, but you guys...
Yeah, I'm going to look it up
just
and email
on
it
your
to you, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well then, what have you been watching, buddy?
I had a really slow week for TV because I was gone. I didn't watch a damn thing while I was there. Better on Ice?
Completely different on Ice.
Okay. So I kind of watched, a couple of the usuals. Gotham, Family Guy, This Is Us, Superstore, which is on a break, The Gifted, Big Bang Theory. That's about it.
Okay.
I have, for the shows that I watch currently, like the ones that are like I'm caught up on supposedly, I have so much shit that I'm behind on. Like 35, 40 hours worth of stuff that I'm behind on just from the last 2 months.
Wow.
It is ridiculous. So that's it.
I know a lot of shows came back this week after a hiatus.
Okay.
And then they're going to have a hiatus again next week because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
So for me, we started This Is Us.
Okay.
We just watched the 3rd episode last night, I want to say. Where
Wait.
Sylvester Stallone.
Started? Oh, of this season.
Of this season.
Yeah. Oh, man, he looks so horrible. So horrible.
He looks like plastic surgery and makeup really overdid him.
Yeah.
South Park Halloween episode.
Okay.
The Superstore Halloween episode. Brooklyn Nine-Nine Halloween episode.
I loved the Superstore Halloween episode.
Superstore Halloween was great.
Ugh.
We did Stranger Things season 2.
Oh, okay. I haven't got there yet.
American Housewife Halloween was pretty good, and we've been watching The Mayor.
Oh, you're still watching The Mayor.
I'm enjoying The Mayor.
Okay.
It is getting better.
Okay.
Ghosted is not getting better.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay behind on that.
I don't understand the premise because before it was like aliens and invasions. In one episode, it was about a computer antivirus. Like, what the fuck is this show about?
I think it's just any
weird thing they want to throw out that week?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm 95% watching it for Amber Stevens West, so I don't even care.
And that's the main woman?
No, that's the tech girl, not the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black-ish girl?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I only know her from one episode of How I Met Your Mother.
She was in that. I know her from Greek, where she was like the second lead female character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, I loved that show.
I know you do. But yeah, so watch The Mayor. I'm actually enjoying it more than I thought I would.
All right.
Stranger Things season 2. Touch on that really fast. It definitely wrapped up. Like it wrapped this up. We know they've gone for a season 3. They've announced it. We've also heard that they've announced a new cast.
Okay.
Now we all thought originally when they announced this, which was before season 2 aired, that the cast that they talked about was going to be additional characters.
But it's a whole different.
I'm starting to have the feeling it's a whole different cast.
Okay. Even though everybody's still alive at the end of this one.
For those that are still alive at the end of this one, phrase it that way. I feel like it really wraps up the whole story of 11, the 4 kids, like the whole thing. The ending to it, just here's a beautiful bow on season 2.
Okay.
So I'm hoping season 3 deals with a new set of kids or adults or something. I have a feeling. Actually, I don't have a feeling. I have a small suspicion they're going to do what it did, and now it's going to be them like as adults.
Forward.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. The reason I haven't watched a lot of TV is I've been playing a lot of video games.
Okay.
One video game in particular. It's called Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
Before you got here, I looked into how much time I've played. Do you want to take a guess?
How long have you had the game? Let's start there. I don't remember. It came out last week?
It came out the week before.
Okay.
It came out the week before Halloween, but I didn't get it that week because I was out of town, so I got it the following Monday.
Okay, so you've had it for 9 days?
No. It came out the last weekend of October.
So
So half a month. Let's say 15 days. 15 days.
I'm going to say 250 hours.
250 hours?
I don't know.
Is there even that much time between then and now?
Yes, I don't know.
Wow.
So I'm overestimating. What is it, like 75?
1 day, 21 hours and 12 minutes.
Okay,
so almost 48 hours.
All right. I was way off.
You're way off.
You're asking someone who doesn't play video games that much.
Okay, but think about it. So in 3 weeks, I've played this game for 48 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of video games.
That actually is a lot of video games.
Yeah, think about it.
I did finish AC2, by the way. And I will eventually move on to AC3.
Move on to 8. No,
sorry. Brotherhood.
Then Revelation.
Then Revelations. And then 3.
Then 3. Then Black Flag, Unity, Syndicate, Origins.
And I think I own all the way up through Unity.
You might even want to consider Rogue. It was an Xbox One exclusive when they dropped Unity. No, it's an Xbox 360 exclusive.
I thought I was finally done with my 360.
You can play it on the One. As long as you own it and you put it into your One, it's backwards compatible.
But I have to have the disc.
You have to have the disc. You might be able to buy it now from the store.
I might have that one. I gotta see.
If not, you can borrow my disc.
I bought like 3 or 4 in one shot because they were all in that like 3 for $10 deal.
Yeah, Rogue is where you play as a Templar, not as an assassin.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. At first I was not down. I am much more down with it now.
Okay.
I have gotten to that point though where it's become too easy for me, and it's my own fault. Because right now in the story, the recommended level for where you are in the story is 12th level of strength, right?
Okay.
I'm level 28. So for me, I'm like wandering around. They're like, here's the big boss. I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Brought it on myself, doing a lot of side stuff, doing whatever.
Sure.
Toot my own horn. As far as some of the achievements are, like one of the achievements I got, it's called I Am Legendary.
Okay.
So far in the game, even though people have beat it level 40 and whatever else, only 11% of people have ever gotten this achievement.
Okay.
So I'm very proud of myself.
There you go.
Because if you think about the millions of people playing.
I did notice that you got a 130 added to your gamer score just in the last week alone. Because when I turned on my Xbox, it told me you're 130 points behind Adrian. I'm like, oh. All right. Cool.
Okay. Moving on from the big TV, let's move on to our small TVs. As we know, you and I discussed my jump to the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
We talked about buying the 8
short-lived.
Plus.
That was short-lived.
Buying the X.
Uh-huh.
Almost 30 days exactly. I received in the mail my Google Pixel 2.
Okay. And how are you feeling about that so far?
I like my Google Pixel 2.
Okay.
So I think works quickly.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I learned that lesson right away.
We've got time still.
We got a guest bed. I have pizza. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
See, there you go. So yeah,
You got your Pixel 2.
got my Pixel 2.
Not the XL though.
Not the
'Cause
XL.
You don't want to burn in screen.
Burn in screen. Apparently, you can only look at it from certain angles. Like if you have it at an angle, it distorts the color in the image.
Jeez.
Now, a friend of mine has the Pixel 2 XL.
Okay.
So him and I spent like 20 minutes like researching the things online that causing the problems.
Okay.
And then mimicking them. So yes, when you hold it at a certain angle, it distorts the colors and you can't see what's going on.
Balls to that.
But the angle is like this, like an angle you wouldn't fucking look at your phone on, anyways. Almost like perpendicular to
That's
it.
how I watch my YouTube videos. It's just like this.
Yes, just like that. So when you look at it,
Hot Wings is a lot different when it's like this.
what I learned. So if you just twist it, like you're turning at like 48 degrees
Yeah.
is when it's, and you're like, you know what, fuck you. Nobody
Right.
looks at it.
No.
Or if you look at it like this way.
Yeah.
So if you look at it straight on, it didn't happen.
Well, it's like, hey, if I put my Galaxy 7 in a vise, it breaks.
Surprise.
Right?
The other thing is the burn-in.
Yeah.
The average people who are receiving burn-in is because they're like streaming something for over 3 hours. The same thing for over 3 hours.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that anyways.
So it's
Okay.
give or take.
Yeah.
With that said, they did release some bugs. I mean, some updates that are fixing things. Regardless, you're right. I want the traditional size.
Okay.
I ordered the iPhone 8 Plus. I was hesitant about that plus size.
Uh-huh.
I don't like it. I do prefer traditional size.
Okay. And is that for the other half? Or do you just have two phones now?
So the iPhone was sold.
Right. But I'm saying, is that what you had was the 8 Plus or did you have the 8?
I had the 8 Plus.
Oh, okay.
And now I have the
Okay.
Google Pixel 2.
Got it.
Yeah, we ordered 2 Pluses.
Okay.
She loves her iPhone. Fine.
Sure. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you get the Pixel Buds with your XL?
No.
Or with your Pixel 2?
God, no. I enjoy listening to music.
Oh, I've seen nothing but horrible reviews on the Pixel Buds. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you can make a phone because you're not making good headphones.
They are not, and they're getting scathed.
Mm-hmm.
There is a new Bose product out now. I think I sent you the link for.
Probably.
I'm super curious about.
Okay.
The Bose Sleep Buds.
I don't think I opened that link.
So I'm very upset with myself, Jay. I dropped the ball.
Okay.
And I should have known better.
Okay.
So Bose announced we have a new pair of earbuds.
Uh-huh.
They're the Sleep Buds.
Okay.
They're made with these different materials that have ever been made, so they're much softer.
Okay.
So they go in your ear, and they're the smallest ones they've made, so they don't protrude out past your ear at
I would
all.
love that.
The reason they're called the Sleep Buds is you're supposed to wear them while you're sleeping
Okay.
because they generate white noise and
Oh.
block out surrounding sound.
I'm in already.
But the way they were made, you can lay with all that pressure on your ear, and it won't put pressure on the buds. Right?
So literally, I got home from work today. And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. I put my Sennheiser in-ears in.
You can't
laid
sleep
on
with
my
those,
side. I'm
and
like,
it hurts.
"God, this is terrible. This is terrible. I had to like pull one side out.
Right.
And
So they're two, no cords, no nothing. And then your phone, all goes through the Bose app. You can set the alarm, and it starts soft quieter and goes louder and louder and louder till you disable it because it's just in your ear.
Sure.
Right? They do also play music.
Okay.
So if you want from music, but they were very honest. The music quality is not as good as their traditional wireless Bose.
But if I'm just putting it into sleep, I don't need great sounding music. I'm only gonna hear about 2 minutes and 12 seconds worth of music
Right.
anyways.
So they're the same price as their wireless earbuds, $250. But here's the thing: they were doing Indiegogo for $150. You could get in on it. Mm-hmm. And I sent it to Jess, and she's like, "Yeah, totally." And it'd been up like 6 hours, and it was already like 80% booked.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I was all like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this in the morning," because it was like 11:30 at night. I was gonna get 2 of them, and as I'm going to bed, I'm all like, I think I should just put it on the credit card now. I know I have a paycheck waiting for me. I'm going to deposit and then buy them. I should just put it on the credit card now. And I'm like, no, it's credit card. I don't want credit card bill. Woke up, gone. Gone. So they get released The Indiegogo gets their shipment in February.
Okay.
And I think they go mass market production in April
Okay.
at 250 instead of the one. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, that's brutal.
But they were really honest. They were like, the Indiegogo ones may not be the final product. We may
Sure.
make some more tweaks,
Sure.
make some adjustments. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Oh, Bose.
All right. Did you watch any movies, by the way?
I watched a movie.
Okay.
That movie was called Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Did you watch a movie?
I watched like 80% of a movie that I have no intention of seeing the other 20% of.
Okay, I want to hear about that movie.
So I had 4 short flights
Yes.
as part of this trip. Because I went Seattle to Salt Lake to Phoenix, and then the same thing on the way back. So the longest flights were Seattle to Salt Lake, which were an hour and a half. So I'm flipping through the IFE on, I think it's my Phoenix Salt Lake, one of them, whatever. Batman and Harley Quinn.
Whoa, buddy. Did you get to the part where she seduces and kind of rapes Nightwing?
That's like 5 minutes in.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I
might need more of this whiskey.
Yeah. So this was, traditionally I've really enjoyed the DC animated movies.
Yes.
This was just so far out on the other side of the Green Monster. Like, this is just done.
Good baseball reference.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bernadette from Big Bang Theory as the voice of Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
There's just a lot bad with that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's only like an hour and 20-minute movie. I think I have like 15 minutes left that I'm never going to see. Because I don't... In my mind, I can convince myself that those last 15 minutes redeemed it and it was a great movie. And I don't need confirmation that I'm wrong.
Right. Look, we have seen some movies where it's a shit movie and then the ending just blows your mind. You're like, oh, man, like you guys...
This is absolutely one of those movies.
Oh, yeah?
And I want nobody to tell me otherwise.
Done.
'Kay.
Done.
How's Thor?
Okay. Let me talk about Thor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always down on movies. I feel with the Marvel movies. I'm always saying negative things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to try to say a positive thing. The theater I went at a good time. I enjoyed that no one was talking.
Okay.
I'm glad I got to use my movie pass.
Fantastic. Let me ask you this. Did the movie have a beginning?
The movie did begin. The movie had a middle portion. The story developed and the movie ended.
Great. Those are all the essentials of having a movie.
Yes.
So it succeeded in being a movie.
It was a movie.
Fantastic.
It was not a film.
Oh, no.
It was so bad, dude.
Oh,
How bad was it? Let me tell you. Debated leaving.
really?
So I decided Friday morning, the day it came out, I'm like, I'm going to go late to my office. I'm going to go see Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
About halfway through Thor Ragnarok, I'm like, I can go back to my office now.
Oh.
I can just go. It wasn't funny, which is great because everyone was laughing except me and one other guy. And I love the other guy because we're sitting there. People are laughing. He goes, seriously? And I'm all like, all right. This guy's saying it now, so I don't have to.
There you go.
Just a lot of stuff didn't make sense.
Okay.
I'm going to throw out the sheer fact that it was not canon. Wasn't even close to canon.
Sure.
But throw that out the window. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Do you mind if I spoil it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, earmuffs, kids. The opening scene was this fight scene that really didn't have to do with anything.
Okay.
And it barely set up the movie. A little bit of setup. They spent more time on a joke scene between the Hulk and the Thor than they spent on the farewell death scene when Odin dies and says goodbye to Thor and Loki. Really? You're telling me that was more important to you? A joke scene between Thor and Hulk as opposed to Odin's death scene? And how he dies?
Didn't Odin die in like the first Thor movie too, though? I mean,
No, Loki just
Oh.
kidnapped him and made it look like he died.
Oh.
Do you know how he died? He stood there and said it's his time, and then he dissipated and just drifted away. Because that's how gods go out.
I guess.
That's how gods go out.
Deuces.
That motherfucker is definitely not making it to Valhalla.
Yeah, no. It's cool. He's marrying Phoenix soon. That's fine.
That is my belief, and we'll touch on that
Yeah.
in my
All right. Okay.
in my additional
Sorry.
rants.
Sorry.
My
Okay.
et al. It was just bad. The
Okay.
humor landed poorly for me. The music, it was just like this weird, like it wanted to be a trippy 80s, 70s like movie, like with the music and the color and that wah, 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 wah,
So
like
it's
a Flash Gordon music.
Oh, I was gonna say like a Guy Ritchie film.
No,
No,
like
okay.
Flash Gordon
Okay.
music, and it was just bad. I was disappointed with it.
Okay. The good news is you never have to watch it again.
Sure don't.
I
am
you just
seeing-
have to remember it.
I am seeing Justice League tomorrow at 10:30.
A.M.
Nope,
P.M.
that's the one.
My buddy wants me to go to a 6:30 showing at Everett.
It's a much better time.
Right?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I know. I just got to make sure that Jess is okay with that.
Yeah. Apparently it's getting blasted all over Rotten Tomatoes and everything else. So the agreement was you weren't allowed to post any reviews or anything about it.
Until the day before.
Yeah, but apparently some of them have leaked. And
Of course.
Rotten Tomatoes goes at a 43,
Okay.
which Rotten Tomatoes gave Thor like a 90 something. So fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So speaking of things that are gonna suck, did you hear that?
We should just rename the podcast that. Things we think are gonna suck.
Sucking culture.
Oh Jesus.
So
All right.
Amazon has announced they're doing a Lord of the Rings series.
Oh, okay.
They're doing a Lord of the Rings series to compete with Game of Thrones.
Really?
They're doing it on that grand of a level. Subsequently,
Did Amazon see the Hobbit movies by chance? Or
Hey,
the Lord of the Rings movies?
I liked Lord of the Rings. Subsequently, funny enough, though, same day as that announcement, the son of J.R.R. Tolkien, that's the right name. Yeah, it is.
J.R.R. Tolkien Jr.
J.R.R. Martin? J.R. Tolkien? It's Tolkien.
It's definitely Tolkien.
It's definitely Tolkien. There might be an R included somewhere.
I think it is 2 R's.
I think it is J.R.R.
Yeah,
Tolkien.
it's J.R.R. Tolkien and George R.
Ooh.
Single R? Double R.
No, one of them is a double, one of them is a single. I think it's regardless.
We're just going to merge them. They're both going to be 1.5 R's.
Is it regardless with 2 R's, though?
Irregardless.
Regardless. Anyways, so they're doing an Amazon same day announcement. So Tolkien died, and his son was the new in charge of making sure, movie rights and licensing rights
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and has been very stringent about what can and can't be a Tolkien.
Okay.
He has stepped down from that and is just going open market.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So he ran out of money is what we're saying?
I don't think so.
No?
I think they just threw enough money at him that he was like, all right, have fun.
He's
My
got-
dad's legacy.
He's got fuck you money now? Fuck me money?
He's got fuck me money.
He's got fuck me money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, like, I love my father, and I would honor his legacy to a point, and at a certain point, I'm all like, my dad didn't raise me to be stupid. I'm taking that money, right?
And he just unsubscribed from the podcast.
Now, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the shit out of some Assassin's Creed Origins, though. I drank a lot.
Ugh.
Drinking a lot.
I drank so much in Arizona. The things I just don't remember paying for it.
Hey, that's the best kind of drink.
As long as it did get paid for.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we went to all the places that my brother, frequents, which is all of the places.
Yeah.
So I just hope I didn't get bad karma for him in any of those places.
It's smart to be a regular at 5 places because then they're like, he only comes in for 1 drink. And then you just go to your next place for 1 drink. Your next place for 1 drink.
If that was his plan, that'd be great. But it's, here's my 10 drinks on a Monday. Here's my 10 drinks on a Tuesday. Here's my... Yeah.
Poor guy. All right, let's get into our comics this week.
Okay.
I bought a trade at my local store.
I see this.
I was feeling a little guilty. I
Okay.
was talking about how business isn't great for comic stores across the market. You heard Xanadu closed?
Oh, I was just going to say.
Xanadu closed.
It's
reported.
25 years, 27
Yeah.
years, something like that? That's crazy.
So I felt bad, and I was like, I'm taking my business to the internet. But you know what?
It's the future. It's fine.
I didn't put this one on my order on in stock, so I was like, I'm gonna buy a trade. So I got Batwoman #1,
Okay.
Punisher, the War Machine. So apparently Punisher broke into someplace and got War Machine armor.
All right.
It's the first issue of the new Legacy. So where they're trying to go back to all the original stuff to see what it's like.
Okay.
So just giving that first issue a shot. See what I think.
And they're calling this issue 218 or issue 1? I'm confused.
218. It's part 1 of the War Machine.
Okay.
The War Machine is just the story arc.
Sure.
I got Nightwing issue 33.
Okay.
Super Sons number 10. Superman 35.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I pause in a moment.
Okay.
Trinity 15. James Bond Kill Chain number 5. And Batman issue 800.
Oh, are we really at 800 already?
Yeah. The reason I paused was because I got Archie number 23.
25.
And I got Archie 25. See what's missing in there?
24.
Yeah, because apparently my local comic book store put me down on the subscription for Archies and not Archie.
Oh, so you're getting the issue about the band that they start.
No, I said I don't want that garbage. Don't give it to me. Where's my fucking Archie?
Fair enough. Okay. Okay. So I'm still super behind on a lot of things. So I have all of my stuff on my Comixology wish list, and I'm just kind of going through picking out about $50 worth at a time. So what I picked up today was Archie 24 and 25.
You son of a bitch, game.
Clue number 5.
Okay, cool.
Of
cool.
6.
Yeah.
They are ending at 6. So, Fathom. Oh, sorry. All new.
Michael
Turner's all new Fathom Volume 6, Issue 8 of 8.
Thank you.
Gotham City Garage 7 through 11. Killer Be Killed number 13. Postal 24. Southern Cross 13. Supergirl 15. And Wicked and Divine 13.
So, speaking of Postal really fast, the book's going to end.
I know.
And then they're releasing a Mark one-shot.
Which they advertise in this book. It's available now, according to this issue. It said available now, Postal Mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Diamond has it.
Then go and look for.
Because Diamond has it not coming out till December. I wonder if it's a digital first. Maybe.
I didn't go look.
Okay.
I'm still super upset that book's ending though.
I'd rather it end on a high note
and that's
than.
the thing. That's the thing. And this issue was really good too. It dealt a lot with confronting Mark's father. So.
Oh, interesting.
Who is? Yeah. Okay.
So, I'm not ready to talk about Batman 800 just yet. So, what do you want to talk about?
Okay. Like I said, Postal was really good.
Postal's always
it's one
good.
of the ones I read. The Archies are really good. You know, we've been talking about this book for 2 years now, and I still tell people when people ask me like, "What's your favorite comic you're reading right now?" I'm like, one of the most enjoyable comics I'm reading right now is Archie. And if you had said that to me 10 years ago, I would have slapped you in the face.
Fair.
But it's fucking fantastic. And then Supergirl is in a really interesting place right now, where she has now lost face with the public because they found out that Cyborg Superman was her dad.
Oh, snap.
And she was trying to protect Cyborg Superman, trying to find a way to get her dad back. So that the public has now turned their back on her. The DEO is hunting her, and she has to lay low from being Supergirl and just be Kara Danvers, but still has the super hearing and hears everything going on. She's like, I am struggling because all I want to do is help these people, and I can't.
So I get that book in trade. I've only read the first trade, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
As she's Kara Danvers and the DEO is hunting her, what about her two parents that are DEO agents?
They have left the DEO.
Oh, okay.
Because there's now a new person in charge of the DEO who they do not agree with. So as soon as that happened, they're like, I'm out.
Juices. Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the things that I really love. You know, I've talked about this a lot. This is one of the things I love about Supergirl is I feel like they take a lot more of an approach to her as being somebody who has known nothing but being Supergirl on Earth. Whereas, you know, Clark Kent grew up having to pretend he wasn't somebody with superpowers. Where Kara gets here and right away she's just, I'm a superhero, that's it. So it's a little bit more of a struggle for her, I feel like, than it would be for Clark Kent.
Okay, I can understand that. And I agree. I really like Supergirl. They can do things with her you can't do with Superman.
Right.
They can take some, leniences, and it's still pretty good.
Yeah. So speaking of Superman.
Speaking about not very good, Batman issue 800.
Oh, really?
So here's the thing. 800th issue of Batman. I don't get Batman anymore.
Right.
Because Tom King's Batman sucks.
Sure.
But I bought the 900th issue of Superman because I get Superman.
Okay.
I got the 700th issue of Wonder Woman because I wanted that 700th cover. They're all the same cover, just different numbers, right?
Right.
So I got the Batman 800. Can't believe we are only 5 months away from Action Comics 1000.
That's crazy.
Blowing my mind. Like I said before, I'll say it again. Probably gonna get every cover.
Okay.
So I got Batman 800, even though it was Tom King, thinking to myself, it's celebrating 800 issues. It's going to be something fun. They're going to do maybe a one-shot. They're going to do something, right?
I mean, that's what you would think.
No.
No.
That's just continuing the same storyline. Let me tell you what I read.
Okay.
Without giving the folks any backstory. So the book starts off with Talia and Catwoman fighting each other with swords over who really loves the Batman more. We then find out.
Wait. Is there like some funky 70s groovy music playing in the background here?
I wish there was no fro either on the top of the head or below to really make it 70s.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And then Talia explains how, the first time she was able to walk, Reyes gave her a sword and told her to fight. And every time she died, he threw her in the Lazarus pit and she came back to life and kept fighting.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure historically he was the only one to ever use the Lazarus pits.
Well, without horrible side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, and then Catwoman explains how, this is only the second time that she's had a sword and she's going toe to toe with Talia, which annoyed the shit out of me. Because not only did she go toe to toe, she beat Talia and put a sword through her back. So this whole time, Catwoman's fighting with her. Tim and Robin are talking somewhere else about what it means for Bruce to be happy and how he can never be happy because he doesn't have a selfishness to him. Everything he does is for other people.
Okay.
And then Bruce is obviously just wandering in the desert dressed as Batman again, his ass beat by somebody.
Okay.
Issue ends with Catwoman destroying Talia and then Bruce lying up against the side of what looks to be like a pyramid. And then Talia's lying there next to him. They're both bleeding out. And then Talia goes, I like her.
Oh, jeez. Really?
And then it ends, because that's the second to last panel, with Bruce walking away with Dick, Robin, and Selena. And then Robin pretty much accepts her and asks her questions. And that's what that is.
No, that's terrible.
So we're celebrating 800 issues, but apparently we're only going to... I only want to focus on the 300 good ones.
Right, yeah.
And the other 500 ones, like Tom King's run, can go suck a dick.
Yeah, Tom King's right up there with... I'm totally blanking on his name now. Grant Morrison.
So here's a little perspective. When Batman was Capullo and Snyder, the highest ever we were ordering on a monthly basis for the boxes was 137 issues.
Okay.
The highest on Tom King's we've ever ordered for the boxes is 28.
Whoa. That's bad. That's real bad.
Yeah.
So much for one of your flagship titles, DC.
Right here, buddy. Speaking of DC, I have two other bits of DC news we're going to talk about.
Okay.
One of them I know you have to be aware of. Brian Michael Bendis.
Exclusive with DC.
Exclusive with DC.
What the fuck's he going to write, though?
So that's what I want to talk to you about. So here are things in my mind, right?
Batman.
You can't bring Brian Michael Bendis on and say, write this throwaway story.
Right.
He's got to be a headliner. He may want to write Zatanna. He may want to write like a third tier or second tier.
I would love to have a Bendis Zatanna title.
But he's going to have to do something major first and then do that.
I know.
I have two reservations about this.
Okay.
One, I haven't read a good Bendis book in well over 8 years.
Okay.
Now, I was talking to somebody in the industry who made a very good point, and I respect this individual quite a bit, so I will, hopefully they're right, and they go, look he's just bored at Marvel. He doesn't care anymore. He's been there for 15 years. Yeah. Trust me.
He needs a new sandbox to play in.
He's a new sandbox plan. So what I think they should do, because his Ultimate Spider-Man is by far his best work. where his ability
mainstream, sure.
to make his own characters, do his own crazy stuff, kill people, but make that character his own.
Yeah.
So who in the DC universe can he do that with? I know my answer, and I think it's going to surprise you.
I want to hear your answer.
So there's rumors that they want to bring back a certain character.
Okay.
And I think it would be the perfect character for Brian Michael Bendis.
Okay, who's this?
They want to bring back Connor Kent.
They're already bringing back Connor Kent.
I know.
So, okay.
But why would that not be the perfect character for Bendis to take over?
But here's my problem is what are you going to do with Connor Kent as a highlight, like a spotlight role?
Anything you want. So let's not forget, he was pivotal in Identity Crisis, defending the world.
Okay.
So if we look back at his history, he's been huge and seminal to the DC universe.
He's been big in events.
Yes.
Not in ongoings. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what are you going to do on an ongoing basis with Connor Kent that's going to make somebody want to buy that book?
So I think he can do whatever the fuck he wants because, do you read Detective?
Yes.
Okay. Are you caught up on Detective?
No.
Okay.
I'm like 5 episodes behind.
So that means you don't know what I'm about to say.
Is it something about Tim Drake coming back?
Yes.
I know he's back.
Right. Do you know how he came back?
No.
I won't say who. So somebody helped Dick get to this timeline.
Okay.
From another timeline.
Okay.
And then this character tells Tim, hey, go make up with Connor.
Okay.
You need him in your life.
Okay.
And Tim goes, who's Connor?
Sure.
So I think they can do the same thing they did with Wally. It's a character you know, but in a whole
But do we want to see that again?
I don't.
To me, on the scale of whatever, I think if you're gonna say Bendis can write Connor Kent, he could equally just get a book about fucking Catman. I mean, that's what we're talking third tier characters essentially.
But I don't think DC views Connor as a third tier character.
Oh, absolutely they do.
I don't think so.
I think there's like 3 or 4 guys at DC who may hold him in higher regard, but when they look over the entire landscape of their characters, he's absolutely third tier at best.
Right, but here's the thing. One of those people who openly admits to viewing Connor Kent as one of the most important characters in the DC universe, who says this, is their head creative, Jeff Johns.
Yeah, but
So
it's almost time for a change in the guard there, though. I mean, that's the thing.
Well, and that's part of the other thought of bringing Bendis in, because Jeff Johns is head of creative TV and comic, and movies. It's just too much for him. So is Bendis maybe going to take a also
is he going to become the architect,
a leadership role behind the DCU?
Maybe. Well, we could always get Eddie Berg. Oh, too soon?
No, he touched a couple girls.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so Bendis is exclusive. I'm curious to see what they're going to throw him on. I kind of see them putting him on one of the flagship books, like maybe a Batman or something like that.
I'd see him at Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman doesn't have anybody big behind the helm.
That's true.
Not since Rucka left.
Yeah. Who's even writing Wonder Woman now?
Somebody.
Cool.
Yeah, that person.
All right, what was your second bit of news?
Also coming to DC. This was announced, and then it flew under the radar. So I don't know if it's below the radar because it's gotten pulled back or because they put it out there, people don't remember, and they just want to surprise you.
Okay.
Jonathan Hickman is coming to DC.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. That announcement was about 4 weeks ago.
I don't even remember hearing that.
Yeah, most people don't. When I said that to somebody, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I went through news around my articles on my history. I'm like, yeah, there it is. There it is.
Now that's actually more interesting to me than Bendis. Because I didn't like when Hickman went to Marvel. I've always been more of a fan of his Image and other stuff.
Sure.
So I didn't like him at Marvel. I know a lot of people really didn't like him at Marvel. So I'm curious what he's going to try to fit in. Is he maybe going to go Vertigo as opposed to main DC?
You know where I think Hickman would be amazing in DC? If he did the multiverse.
I can see that. I think
if you gave him a multiverse title, it would be dynamite.
Can he write the Red Sun title?
Oh.
Can we first of all, hey DC, can we get a Red Sun ongoing, please? Please.
Let me throw a tweet at my boy.
And then put Hickman on that shit. Because I think he would murder a Red Sun title.
That would be strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
Okay, so we got two heavy hitters coming to DC.
We got two heavy hitters coming to DC.
We'll see what they do with it.
And we have a heady hitter going to Netflix. They announced the first title. How do you feel about Netflix getting into the comic game?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I was totally fine with them having TV and movie rights to the whatever he calls this thing, the Millarverse, whatever.
Miller World.
Yeah, Miller World. I was fine with that. I don't think them getting into comics publishing is a good call. I just don't. This is gonna be just as bad as when we have Halo comics and World of Warcraft comics. You're gonna be making comics just to try to get out there in the market. And I know that that's kind of Millar's thing, is he makes comics, but when
you're going to be making them just for your properties.
And I don't think that he's necessarily going to have the autonomy that he thinks he is. I think Netflix is going to have so much more of their hand in this soup that it's going to be shit.
Well, what I'm wondering is, so let's say he writes this book. Let's say he's going to write The Blue Case.
Sure.
6-issue mini, The Blue Case. Does Netflix automatically get a say, and we get to make the Blue Case movie?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the contract.
But my point is, okay, so hey, I wrote this issue. Ooh, you're gonna have to change that. Why? That's gonna be too hard to show on film. That's gonna be too hard to do this on.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to change this part of the Blue Case.
I think this is all now going to be storyboards for TVs and movie. That's just it's put out there in comic form. I don't think it's gonna be sequential medium anymore. I think it's just all gonna be white papers and shit essentially. And we're gonna have what's his name illustrating this, the greatest comic artist of all time, Rob Liefeld.
It's not Liefeld.
Oh, it's not.
It's not Liefeld.
Okay.
He made the announcement, and I was like, "Motherfucker's not even in the top 10."
Who is it?
Olivia. What's his name? Shit. Orietta.
I know who you're talking about.
Olivia Orietta.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Definitely not the greatest of all time.
Not even close.
Not even in the top 10% of what's there today,
like
let alone.
I'd rather have Liefeld.
Oh God! Did you ever think you would utter that phrase?
There's just one time I was in this Eiffel Tower with. You know what? Y'all have a good week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.